You can say. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
So it's another day for our public speaking program. Let's start with the story. Right? Everybody likes stories. So I want to share the story of myself. When I was in school, I remember I was on 5th standard, 5th grade, okay. And I was a good student, not a bad student. You can say above average. And we had many other students also with us. They were also very good. I mean, like me, above average. And there were some very good students. One girl, she was always top, and another boy. So these two people, they were always top. Whenever there is an examination happens, these two were having the first rank and second rank. So few people, we could never reach there. You know? We were always kind of looking at, every time they will only get the first rank and second rank. Now what to do? There is no other way. Whenever there is an examination is coming, we used to pray, we used to wish, oh my God, today if that girl is falling sick, or if that boy is not coming, I will be the first rank of them. And it was going on, but it was never happening. One fine day, God granted the wish. Luckily, I remember the girl's name was Shyamala and the boy was Mukesh. She fell ill and this boy, he had some function at home, so he didn't come. So happy, he wrote the exam. Then we have to wait 2-3 days. And finally, the result came in. So by that time, these two also came back and they were a little unhappy because they could not practice, they could not be part of that exam and they were a little unhappy. So our class teacher, she came and she presented all the results. Like, so I was just looking like, my name is not and I'll have the first rank. And the teacher presented all the results. You know what rank I got? Any guess? First? I got 10th rank. I was thinking that I will be getting first rank. I think 0 is no value. Cut it out. Okay. Do it in that way. So I got the 10th rank. This is a real story, okay? This is something what happened to me. Now what does this story translate?
We should not jealous on others.
We should not be jealous on others, okay?
Overconfidence.
Overconfidence.
We should depend on ourselves, not them. Like craving for sick and then I will be first, that is not...
Okay. What else?
Fair competition. She meant to say there was a fair competition.
Yeah.
Right. What else?
We should not give exam when rankers are not there.
Yes. What else? Can we connect it to any of our situations?
Excuses shouldn't be the basis of our performance.
Yes. Okay. Most importantly, there is one thing that we cannot pray to God to kill our competition. Isn't it? We cannot do that. Because I was thinking that by just praying to God, these two people, if they don't come for the examination, I will be the first rank holder. Unfortunately, many of us think that somehow the competition will die and I will get the order. Am I right? Many of us think in that way. If we agree to that, we are sitting on the right road. We are here to learn how we are going to do that. We got inspired from Toastmasters, some of those who are not aware of this program. We started this almost 4 or 5 years back, a program called Public Speaking Program, where we try to develop ourselves, to present ourselves. What are the most important ingredients to be successful?
Confidence.
We need to have confidence,
Hard work.
hard work, knowledge, right? We should have the knowledge. Without the knowledge, we cannot do anything. If we have the knowledge, we need to present it, right? So if we need to present it, we need to be confident. And if you have to present it, you need to practice it. Now this is exactly what we are doing here. We all have knowledge. You are all good in your knowledge. You are all good in your field. What we need to do, we need to present it whenever you are going, whenever you are meeting your clients, customers, within your family, within your friend circle, wherever you go. We need to present ourselves in a nice manner, that how you can communicate this to people. Now this is what we are going to learn here. So a warm welcome to this session of public speaking. We have the program like we have a person who will come and present the word of the day, and then we will move further on to the next one, which is called the quote of the day. Then we have something called prepared speech, and then we will move into debate. Then we will have an evaluation onto that, and then we will close it. So this is a 1 hour program what we are doing on every 2 weeks time. So please come, participate yourself, and you will be able to develop yourself in that area. So once again, only one small ground rule here. Please keep your mobiles on a silent mode. If it is urgent call, yes, you can always call. So today we have our word of the day presenter, Dara, Veronica. Please give her a big hand.
Okay. First of all, good afternoon everyone. My name is Dara. I'm from the Water Treatment Department. Shocking. So my word of the day is evanescent. Fancy, right? Evanescent is defined as vanishing, fading away, fleeting, tending to become imperceptible, and scarcely perceptible. So it's another term for fleeting, short-lived, brief, something that's quickly fading. So its origin of evanescent is of Latin origin, which means vanishing and disappearing. So I chose evanescent because I've read a lot of novels, stories from the internet, and it all has this highfalutin words. We hear singularity, serendipity, all those words which I never really bothered to look up the meaning of. And now I had to present the word of the day, so I wanted to present something fancy. So when I saw the meaning of evanescent, that it clicked, it just clicked because it says vanishing and fading away. So evanescent defines pretty much what we always experience in life. So time is evanescent, memories is evanescent, our childhood is evanescent. So it has greatly inspired me because if all these are evanescent, then we should be able to make the most out of everything. If you have something, a proposal, if you have a tender, you should make the most of it. You should always think that if this doesn't work out, then it's gonna be gone by the next day, the next month. So I must do my very best in order to conquer it. So I hope that evanescent which means vanishing and quickly fading, will inspire you guys as well as it has inspired me. Thank you.
Thank you.
Very well presented. Now let us welcome Priyanka for doing the cut-off day. Please give her a big.
Well, good afternoon everybody.
Good afternoon.
I'm Priyanka from Firefighting Products Department. So today's quote of the day I have chosen. Our goals should not be easy. They should force you to work even if they are uncomfortable at the time, uncomfortable or unachievable at the time. When I read this quote, one story, there was a story, it was few years back, there was an incident. One girl, whose name is Arunima Sinha. Yeah, Arunima Sinha was the girl's name. And that story was, once she was traveling in the train, and what happened? Some robbers tried to snatch her gold chain, then purse, money, everything. And she was trying to save herself and whatever the stuff she has. But what happened exactly? Those robbers, they pushed her away from the train, out of the train, and she fall down on the next track. And from the opposite side, one more train was coming, and it accident happened, and in that accident she lost her legs. So such a sad story it was. But after that, she was having a dream of climbing Everest, which was totally unachievable at the time. But she made it done. Continuous practice, her wish. The goal was looking seeing as a third person that a girl without how she can walk, how she can run, but it was but she made it done. She climbed the Everest and she made the history. So this is the one example which came in my mind when I read this quote. Nowadays we are in the phase of fourth quarter. Normally what we choose, whatever is easy for us, whatever is easy for us to choose, which we can achieve. So we have to go out of our comfort zone and we have to make something which is okay, which should be unachievable, but we can make it achievable. So that is the message I want to give us all of you today.
Thank you, Priyanka.
Thank you.
Well presented and very relevant also. Very good. We move on to now to the prepared speeches. As you know, the prepared speeches, it can be for 5 minutes or it can be for 10 minutes also. The only thing you should be aware, whether you are going to speak for 5 minutes or you are going to speak for 10 minutes. There is a timer. So we keep this there. Now, when you see the green light, which means you can go on, no problem. When you see the yellow light, which means that you have 1 more minute left. And definitely after 1 minute, you will see the red light. But don't be panicked. Just because you saw the red light, you do not need to immediately stop it. Why we do this is for us to keep that time. Whenever we are talking, we may be going and speaking with somebody who is very busy. The person must have given us a certain time. So we need to ensure that we do present whatever we want to present within that time. So this is a kind of a training that what we are doing on that. So you should not be panicked when you see the red light, but actually when you are driving, yes, you have this. Right? Just before you start, you would like to speak for 5 minutes or 10 minutes?
5 minutes.
5 minutes. Right.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, I am Anuradha from Firefighting team, presenting you speaker of the day today. Today I won't disclose my topic first. I will just go on and together we will understand the topic. I know, but all of us will understand the main topic. So let me start with one imagination I want everybody to do. Let's imagine that we have a bank account in that bank account every day you are getting $86,400 and you can use that amount for any purpose you want, just you can't store it. For that day you can use it for any purpose, and once that day is vanished, next day you will again get 86,400. Okay, but whatever you have not used yesterday, that won't be carried forward. Okay, now knowing that, what each one of us will do, we will try to use every penny of that 86,400. What all I can do in one day? So I will try to think everything and I will try to use each penny of that. Correct? So how fantastic it would be if each one of us has such a bank account. Correct? And the reality is we have such bank account. And the name of bank account is, you can guess?
Seconds.
Yes, that is time. So today's topic is time is money. So if at all we had money, we would have thought that how I can use each penny of that. We know we have that as a seconds. What we are doing with that? We can compare. Like if it is a money, we try to use everything. If it is a second, we are not aware how much we have wasted. On the other hand, if someday you get a message that 100 dirhams is deducted from your account for some purpose, you get panic. Oh, why you deducted 100 dirhams? And on the other hand, if your 100 seconds are wasted, we are unaware of that. Okay, so it is as equal as money. You can earn money by using time, but you cannot buy time by using money. Other way around is not possible. So if you want to realize the value of 1 year, you can go to a student who has failed one exam. If you want to realize the value of month, you can go to a mother who has given premature birth to a baby. If you want to realize a value of day, you can go to a newspaper editor. One day is very important for me. If you want to realize a value of 1 day, then you can go to an editor. If you want to realize a value of 1 minute, you can go to a person who has missed his train due to being late for 1 minute. If you want to realize a value of second, you can go to a person who had just missed an accident before because he stopped 1 second before. And if you want to realize a value of 1 millisecond, you can go to a person who has lost a gold medal but won a silver medal, but due to a difference of millisecond, he just missed his gold medal. So this is the importance of time. We have to realize that and use it as equal as we use the money. So this is my message for today, and I would like to stop here and hope that you will all understand the importance of time as I have realized it today after choosing this topic. Everybody knows, but today it refreshed my mind, and also I thought of to refresh everybody because we know everything, but in course of time we miss it or we forget it. So just reminded this to myself and you. Thank you for giving me a chance to express myself.
So we have Karthick as our next presenter. Karthick, you want to talk about 5 minutes or
5 minutes.
5
Good.
So hi everyone, good afternoon. My name is Karthick. I'm from the CS department. And so far, the energy in the room has been all about motivation and goal and everything. I just want to change it a bit and take it into the creative aspect.
Sure.
So, did you guys know that the shirt of your color could decide if you win a sale in a meeting or not? Now, if you ask me why, color has the ability to drastically affect mood, influence people's physiological decisions, and you can even influence them to say what you want or behave the way you want. So basically, imagine like for example, if this room was painted in a dark red, the whole energy and the intensity of this room would be different as to it is now. Since it's a light and if it's white or yellow or something, it creates a positive and optimistic view in the room, and the energy is all around as compared to if it was a darker shade of color. So there's another point where color can directly influence an individual's performance. Now, for example, if an officer's color was, if the desk the person is sitting in was a dull shade of red or blue, and the person would feel his level of energy would be dropping throughout the day. Whereas if you compare it to a brighter shade of green or lime yellow, his energy whenever he's looking at his desk or his laptop or anything on his desk, he would feel energized and refreshed to continue on to what he's doing. So to prove this, there was a study conducted in the US. Around 71 students were put as an experiment where they were split into 3 different groups, and each group were given a participant card of different colors. So one group was given red, one was given yellow, and the other one was given green. Now, and all of them were attending the same test with the same syllabus and everything, and once the test was evaluated, it was found that the people who received the red card or the darker shade seemed to perform 20% lesser than those who received the yellow card. Now the card did not have any answers or anything deciding what they're writing. It was just purely just the color. So which goes to show that by the clothes you decide to wear, or the colors you choose in your life, has way more impact than what you realize. It may be a personal choice, it may be a subjective opinion, which is completely true. But what you don't realize is involuntarily there are other psychological factors which are affecting the colors you perceive and the colors you see. So I hope everyone has learned something new today by this presentation, and I hope it's a positive message. Thank you.
Thank you.
Now we move on to the next, which is called the table topics. As you may be aware, or for the benefit of for those who are not very much aware of table topics, is that there will be some objects, or there will be something written in a piece of paper, and we are supposed to talk about that impromptu. Impromptu means we are not aware of it before. You get it at this moment. So when you get something at that moment, whatever comes to your mind, talk about that. So this is something what is preparing you to talk at any moment. Whenever you are going and meeting anybody at any point of time, anything coming unexpected, we should be prepared to talk. Now, it is not important that you should talk about only that fact. We can take it in a very entirely different way. On a funny way we can take it. So there is no rules that you have to talk about only in a specific way. You can talk the way how you want. And this is the way how we make things. Whenever we are going and meeting people, whenever we are talking, whenever any subject is coming, the way how we are able to modulate it, talk to people, that is the way how we make that relationship. Now this is what we are practicing here. So we have today Sumeet with us from our accounts, who has promised us to take us through that process. So please welcome Sumeet.
Today, good afternoon everybody.
Good afternoon.
Introduction that my name is Sumit and I'm working with Mr. Samir and Sandeep in the accounts department. So today my table topic is a mirror. So why I selected this mirror, because mirror shows you a true reflection of your soul and your personality. But the best quality is when a mirror you see yourself, that it shows you your true picture. If Mr. Santhosh will see, so the mirror will show Mr. Santhosh's face. If, what's your name, my friend?
Karthick.
If Karthick will see, so it will show Karthik's face. But it doesn't differs in showing anybody their personality or their face. So a human being should also be like a mirror, and when they see others, they should see that they are seeing itself, and they should learn from others and take knowledge and take whatever, by meeting them outside work, with work as a team. We as a DTBCL, we are a family. So we should work together, and we should learn from each other, and we should have a positive attitude. For my topic is the stable topic, so I would like to everybody to have a look at in this mirror and tell me what do you see yourself and see your companion and what do you see, what are the common things you want to see yourself. Please. What do you see and what do you imagine that after seeing this mirror? Anything. It can be anything. Don't think too much about it.
When you gave me this mirror, I saw it like this, which was showing bigger image of myself.
Sure. But when you make it far, then it will show you.
What is actual me?
Yeah. So that's it. Okay.
So, like, what I would say, initially what I thought was
different.
It was not different actually, it was something which I want to be. And when I turned, I saw actual me.
That's true. That's really true meaning of the mirror. That when the other person also see others, so when you see first time, you think about other things. But when you need to know, when you get to know others, you get a true picture of other person. Thanks. Thank you very much. Karthick.
Really blank, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Maybe I sure. Oh,
Smart. Very handsome.
Old man.
And all is good.
I've never seen such a charming brain. See, when I look at the mirror, I don't know how many of you have noticed, I have kept a mirror in front of my table. The reason why I have kept that mirror in my table is that at times we go out of our emotions.
Yes.
And we know that we are unable to control some of our emotions. Now, if you have something in front of you which reflects, like you see, one thing it is very common for everybody. Whatever is in your mind, that will reflect in your face. You cannot hide it. How much you want to do that, you can do it only up to a certain extent. So, tomorrow onwards, try to keep a mirror in front of you. Okay? I'm not joking onto that. You will feel a difference. Now, why? See, that mirror is not going to help you in any way. What the mirror is showing you is what actually you are, in what feeling you have. The only thing what the mirror supports you is to identify that, okay, you are upset or you do have an issue, which will give you some kind of an inner sense, okay, try to change it from here. Can I change my mood? Because I feel that I am not very good. I feel very sad or upset or whatever it is. So, can we change it? Now, this is the first thing, what I noticed when you brought this. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Anybody would like to?
I'll try. So one is far and the other is near, right? So when I'm facing the mirror that is inward looking, I can see my whole face, and I only notice things about me as a person or myself. Recently I had my birthday, so I'm seeing myself, I'm very old. I see my mustache and that's already very, very apparent. So all my attention is just on who I am, what I think, what I look like. But on the reverse, you will now have a broader scope. You're not just seeing your face, but things around you, what you're wearing, where you are, situationally. So I guess two ways of looking at yourself is, one is inwardly. So when I'm looking at my face up close, I'm only aware of what I am, how I look, and me. It's all about me. But when you're looking at the bigger mirror, it gives you a broader sense, bigger sense, putting you into a frame like a picture, where the picture is not just your face, not a portrait, but rather with a landscape in the background. So that's how I see this exercise. It's very enlightening. Yeah, sometimes you miss the point when you're looking at the mirror. The only thing you bother about is vanity. Am I looking good? Did I wake up in the morning, or is there something in my teeth? But every now and then, of course, it helps to be aware of what is around us and how people may perceive us, and how we would want people to perceive us, perhaps. Thank you, Sumeet.
Thank you. Anybody else? For that?
Anuradha, go.
Sometimes few things will happen. We are happy due to somebody, or we are sad due to somebody. And at that time we have to thank to the person who has made us happy, or we have to thank to that person as well who has said, due to whom we are unhappy, we have realized that he is not true and all. At such situations when we are sad, we want to run away from ourselves. There are some situations in our life we do something wrong, or somebody has done something wrong, and we want to run away from myself. In such situations also mirror won't lie to you. When you make eye contact with yourself in the mirror, it will make you do the things that you have to do at that situation. Like you have to thank somebody when you are very happy, and you make eye contact with yourself in mirror, and you have to not run away from yourself when you are sad due to somebody, but you have to get out of it. That my message is, it would not lie, and it will make you do something on that particular situation. It will make you realize that where you are and what you have to be. When you make eye contact with yourself, there are very less chances in a day when we get to do eye contact with self. That is the only when we see it into mirror. So that was my message. I think I have not explained it, but
no,
yeah.
it's a very deep message. We already have explained. Understood.
Good.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. If anybody else would like to have it.
Okay, and maybe I might be deviating from the topic, but when I saw this, I remembered my grandfather had a bigger version of this in his house. It was like hung from the mirror. Okay, and he used to call this where you see the same image you see. He used to call that as the lady side, and the others as the gent side. Okay, because the gents of the house used to use it for shaving and all. He'll give you the bigger picture. It was never used by the ladies because we do not like to see ourselves, huge. So we used to always look at the normal image, and he used to have these names. So when I saw this, I just remembered that.
No, that's good. Anybody else? Okay, then I wish you all good luck, and also say that be like a mirror and see everybody like a reflection. Yes. Thank you so much.
Thank you. To improve what we do. Now I would invite Ravi to have a few words.
I'm not as prepared as you guys. But let me tell you, I was very pleased with the kind of confidence that I saw in each of you. I remember the first time and the second time that I had to stand on a podium in front of 10 people and talk. And the breath wouldn't come out, the sound wouldn't come out, and you started feeling so nervous, your hands sweating. So come back to what I have experienced. I think you guys are up here already. So, and the confidence that each of you exudes when you say, some of your philosophical ideas I was just trying to sit and understand. I think I have a long way to go. Maybe I'm not so philosophical, I will understand that. And interestingly, the word that you shared, I remember when we started off, we would put this word and the person would say the word and get out. and this was, that's what we saw. And then slowly, when the person came to present the word the second time, he would stand a little more and say something more. This is an adjective, that's a noun, all of those things. Another interesting, so basically speaking about the performances today, each of you did a fantastic job. I don't have anything negative to say. Interestingly, one incident that happened in engineering college came to my mind when you spoke about time. There was this elocution debate competition, and we pushed one of our friends to do it. But as usual, we were all a little, not so keen to get up on stage. So we needed to have someone from our department, so we pushed him. And then the speech he prepared was for 5 minutes. And so we timed it. We got him to practice in our hostel rooms and all. And then finally he said, due to lack of time, I'm ending my speech and all of that ending words. And what happened is once they went there was some change in rules and the time became 7.5 minutes. And he started his speech 5 minutes over and there is still 2.5 minutes due to lack of time. So one of those interesting things that happened when you were showing the yellow tag. I was just sitting and thinking about such incidents. The mirror was a fantastic idea. I mean, I liked it in terms of and what Santhosh shared with each of us. Any emotion, it comes on our face. If it is dislike, if it is contempt, if it is sometimes you're standing in front of someone and that someone is saying something which doesn't actually make sense. And you feel that the quality of thinking is a little low. Okay? So you have a feeling basically that, and what you don't realize is this thing is showing in your face. He's realizing it, or he or she is realizing it. So it's that much important, particularly when each of you are going to meet your customers. It's very important to make the person feel important. Leave alone a customer. It is very important to make anyone you communicate with, may it be your partner, may it be your friend, may it be your colleague, to make them feel good and important. Because when you make a person feel good and important, you get levels of output which even that person has not imagined. So it's one of the biggest things to show people the confidence, the love, the attention that you give. These are all important factors. So a mirror can do wonders in a lot of ways, in more ways than one. Just looking at our beauty or just looking at our face. There are a lot more applications to that. So it's quite informative. I'm quite pleased to see all the newcomers, frontline salespeople coming out also and doing it, because there will come a time when you have to go out and stand in front of 20 people and do it. Interestingly, day before yesterday, we went to Diva for a small meeting to sort out a problem, and we got called into a meeting room which had 80 people, and this is like top shots of Diva, EVP, VP, director, and we get into this room and they said, come, I want to know the problem. And then we had 3 people, and that is intimidating. No matter how much you experience these things, you still have the butterflies. You still would have the butterflies. You think you can handle the situation, but these are also challenges you will face with customers. They will try to put you in uncomfortable position when you are negotiating. They'll push you back. They'll give you what price you're giving. All those body language and talks will come. So all of these experiences that you gather here in this small room will help you tomorrow. In terms of, you will remember one of those things, not to turn back. All of these things are important, small things. So I'm sure this will benefit, and I have been a big vocal supporter of this particular activity. In fact, I have even gone down to the team leaders and said that they should do one for their team for each product. Let the person pick up the product what he wants to present and let him present, because it gives a time. If, for example, if I am going to sell a firefighting valve, I would want to practice on that, or a marine valve. Then I want to practice what I'm going to talk in front of customers. This is the best platform. Do it. Do whatever foolish things you want to do in front of your friends and get it out with. There's no better platform than this. So it's important that people come participate in this, get better. I'm sure that with time, with more presentations, you will get more confident, the content will improve, the body language will improve, you know, this, you shudder, the breath doesn't come out, the voice doesn't come out, all of these things will happen, try, all of these things will happen, but we'll all get over it. And even if you're doing it for the 10th time, you will still have it. It's just that you learn to live with it. Thank you. Thank you.
So you heard it from the host mouth, right? A person like Ravi who has got such a huge experience, a vast experience, and a very successful person as such, as a company or as a person, like, you know, so he has shared his experience, which was very, very, very enlightening. So thank you, Ravi, for that. I mean, it was really, I mean, we all enjoyed it. Okay? You know, something what we heard from a person who has gone through all those things. Now, the another important thing is that he has given you more than 80% marks. Okay. Which means
next time is
the bar is raised. Okay, so next time you have to be better. Now see, that is something what creates confidence in yourself. Now you yourself, you know, when you think about it, you know that, okay, yes, it's good, and I can do better. Now that is the way how we will become successful in our life. Okay. So thank you all once again for coming and joining. Okay, please participate. Okay, please come forward. Okay, we are here, we can do this, we can make any mistakes, nobody is going to do any complaints, okay, but we are preparing ourselves, okay, to be successful in this world. So, meet you all for our next session. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.